17, 18 years old. Maybe 19, because by the end of the war I was 22 years old. The war lasted for 6 years. Now this is nothing. This is all nothing that I'm telling you. Every day was a fight of life. We didn't look human. We looked like scarecrows, like dead warmed over. No food, no nothing, no clothing, wooden shoes, swollen legs. Undescribable conditions.
I put them up on the ledge there. They're both in Yiddish and
You're getting me to
English.
You wind me up with stories. Usually I don't talk about my stories. I never made a statement. Cannot talk about it.
It's important to tell.
I guess I told you enough. And I lost my mother in Auschwitz.
So you were moved
from
the
Lodz Ghetto,
from
1944. I left Lodz Ghetto and I was sent in those cattle wagons and all that to Auschwitz. And that's when I lost my mother.
Did she stay at the camp?
She died in crematorium. We arrived and the next thing they tore her away from us and I never saw her again. We got beaten, my sister and I. We didn't want to let go. No, she said in Jewish, "Go, my kids, I see you later." Never saw her. And my other sister, they separated for us in 1944 too. They blocked her rations, and they blocked all our rations, and she couldn't see, like we all hungered. With the little bit we had nothing to eat. So she said, "I survived so far, I'll survive more." She went. Never saw her again.
The other thing I just wanted to mention here, the library.
Was it also difficult in the those first few weeks and months after the war? That was
very
also
hard,
very difficult.
very hard. But I was lucky. I am a miracle. You're looking at a miracle. I happened to escape when after the fire in Dresden. I was not a professional person in the factory of airplanes. I was just, the owner of the factory, which was the leader of the Lodz Ghetto, German leader, he kept all engineers and us, they sent on a march. We slept in the mud. They sent us to Dachau to get rid of us. And one morning my sister bent down to wet her lips with a little dew of grass, and she got hit by a assessment with a rifle so that she couldn't get out. And I said I couldn't see them. I lifted her up with a friend, another inmate, and I said if we should die, we'll die together. I couldn't live without her. So we decided we cannot take it anymore. I said, let's run, let's escape. And the other girl that was with us was older. She was a partisan in another ghetto. She had more experience. And I said to her, "You tell us when we should run." And at one moment she said, "Now, girls." And we're on one side of the march of the road, there were woods, and we ran to the woods. And God gave us a miracle. God gave us strength. We had no strength, but how we ran, I don't know. So to make a long story short, we ran so deep into the woods, we found skeletons of animals. And the transport went one way, and we decided to go the opposite way. So our clothes was marked with KL, Konzentrationslager. So we turned our clothes inside out. We didn't have striped clothes, but regular schmattes. But we turned it inside out, and we found the village. We knocked at 12 doors. The woman was scared of us,
I'm sure.
and we told them we Polish girls. We didn't say we were Jewish. We were afraid we were in German territory. It was Sudetenland. So we told her we're Polish and our factory got burned out, we're looking for work. She says in the next village is a Polish girl working, maybe she can help us. The woman was scared of us, I didn't blame her. We didn't look human. And with God's strength somehow, we found the other girl, Michael. That was an evening, it was already a night. And the girl said, her boss does not need workers. This was April 26th. She said, I'll take you to his brother. Maybe he needs somebody because they took his son to the army last minute, you know. They mobilized everybody. And she said, he has a daughter that's a little not there, not all there. And this was spring. Maybe he'll take you. Good enough, he took us. And that evening, there was a tureen of soup, homemade soup, and a big homemade bread. And he said, sit down and eat. We looked at one another, we didn't want to believe. And we ate. The cake, the bread was like the best. If you give me the best cake now, it didn't taste as good as the bread then. We never saw bread in one piece. We always were given rations. And we stayed with this farmer till
A German?
Yes, he was a Sudeten German. And we worked, you know, he took us to work in the middle of the night because he didn't want the neighbors to see us. He was afraid of neighbors. And then one day the girl came running again. She said, we don't have to work anymore. The Americans on their own. This was May 8th, from April 26th to May 8th. In the meantime, we ate that poor farmer out of all that he had in his place, hidden the dried meats, potatoes that we supposed to give to the animals. We ate. We were so hungry that no matter what we ate, he didn't stop us. I mean, he didn't.
Did he know?
I'm sure he had to know. But anyway, I ran with the girl to the road to see the Americans, and I saw a chaplain with the Jewish star on it, and I waved to him. He said he cannot. He said he cannot come. He come later. He marched with the soldiers. He came later.
He did.
He did. He was an angel from heaven. He took us away from the farmer, set us up in one of the spas nearby in a beautiful hotel where he stayed. Like a father brought us clothes. Wherever there was off limit for anybody, he took us with him. And we were free. He tried to help us to find our relatives in Europe, in Poland. No one left. So we tried. He said, where do you want to go? We said, to Israel. And he set us up with the legal connections with the Haganah to go to Israel.